Well, hello. My name is Jefferson Storms. Usually go by Jeff, just because there are less syllables involved in that, which has also become kind of my line for introducing myself in these videos, which is fun. Pronouns that I would prefer to go by would be he, him, his, these sorts of pronouns. So yeah, where am I from? I am originally from a small town called Basehor, Kansas, which is just outside the Kansas City area. So it was really fascinating to grow up in kind of a rural area with cows across the street, but then be 15 minutes away from Kansas City, Kansas. So that was really fun. I've been in Manhattan for the past 6 years, since 2014. But I've also spent some time in Bend, Oregon, some time in Louisville, Kentucky, just doing separate extensive internships out there with churches, social justice organizations, and such. So that was really fun. So I'm a first-year grad student here at Kansas State University. I'm in the Cultural Studies track, which I will be studying along with literature as a part of the English department. And I am interested in a few things. So I'm interested in education as a research interest. As someone who taught 7th grade language arts during the coronavirus pandemic, education still sticks with me as something that's very interesting to me, something that I want to understand really well. So I really enjoy the process of teaching and learning. So the interest that kind of keeps coming up in all my classes is just the conversation between evangelical Christianity and wider cultural conversations in a variety of different areas. It's just something very interesting to me as someone who grew up in this evangelical Christian category, hearing some of the things that happen in conversation with groups that are outside that seem to be kind of contrary to Christian beliefs. So it's cool. That's why I'm excited to be in this class, is to gain a better understanding of the cultural conversation and how I can help other people engage in the conversations that are happening in a way that's productive and helpful. I'm really interested in social justice, especially from an evangelical Christian perspective. That was the main focus of the internship that I did in Louisville, Kentucky, with an organization called Love Thy Neighborhood. And I'm really interested in motivating evangelical Christians to participate in social justice efforts. I think it's something that's indispensable for Christian practice, yet I don't really see people doing that as much as I think would be good. So yeah, those are kind of my research interests. I think the thing that I'm really looking for in this particular class is better understanding of the cultural conversations that are happening and how to help others engage in these conversations in a way that that reflects love and care for the other people involved. Jumping from those topics to TV and books, the TV show that I keep landing on is like the one that I recommend to people is The Umbrella Academy. Just has a lot of really creative writing, really interesting character development, and it's fun and it's weird, but it's a great time. I also really love, it sounds kind of tacky, but I think Marvel's Daredevil, the Netflix series, is one of the better pieces of television to come out in the last 10 years. Very, very good. I highly recommend it. I'm assuming people have seen classics like Breaking Bad and Stranger Things at this point, so we won't even go there. Also, The Good Place is really, really fun. That's one that myself and my fiance, who we also are going to be married fairly soon. I saw Taylor's video talking about that. We might get married in October. We might get married later. We don't know. We're figuring that part out due to COVID. So yeah, those are my TV shows and a little life update thrown in there. Books that I've read recently that just really stand out to me as like enduring things that that always capture my interest and like bring my mind back to trying to understand these works is Cry the Beloved Country. Just this work about racial tension in the middle of apartheid in the 1940s. Just has a lot of, I think, echoes of our contemporary situation, and people trying to sort through that, I think, has also echoed a lot of what I've seen in our contemporary situation here in the United States. People trying to figure out like what do we do with this history that we have of racism and injustice, and how do we appropriately address this. So Cry the Beloved Country has just been an amazing read to be participating in these past few weeks. I've been checking that one out. East of Eden, John Steinbeck, is another one that sticks out to me. It's very long, kind of rambling, but I think it really catches the human condition. It's just it's a neat book. Always will go back to actually reading The Lord of the Rings. I love the movies. I think they're really great. But the books just have a really special place in my mind, my heart. They were really, I think reading through The Two Towers especially was really encouraging to me in the middle of the pandemic, especially when things were kind of locked down and seemed a little darker even than they seem right now. So yeah, that's what I have. I'm really looking forward to interacting with all of y'all in class this coming semester. And with that, I'm going to wrap up this introduction. So I'll see y'all later.